congratulations on the win. How do you think the side played this evening?
I think for 40 minutes, 37 minutes, outstanding. Great attacking play. Very good on the turnovers because they get in some dangerous positions. They've got a lot of pace wide. We knew that. But what was pleasing was the first set play we'd worked on. We knew there was space on the back stick and we've scored from that. Really pleasing. Obviously it's 2 Stonewall penalties, so the referee's done really well on those decisions. And credit for Kabongo to get the hat-trick. I think it got a little bit too easy. So we started flicking things, taking too many touches, and then they're turning it over and they're dangerous on the turnover. They scored 3 goals at Grimsby. They've got talented boys in 1v1 situations and pace. So we were aware of that, and I was disappointed with the last 5 minutes of the first half. To concede 2 in that manner, I said it was good for the first phase. We've worked on the wide players rolling in with the ball and making sure the goal wasn't open, and for the first goal we've left them too much space. Whether it should be saved or not, it shouldn't get to that stage. And obviously the second goal to concede on the second phase of a set play, really disappointing. However, it's a challenge then as a manager, because you have to go in and you have to obviously say well done to the boys for that first 40, but the last 5 are unacceptable. But what good winning teams do is bounce back, and I think the crowd kept with the team outstanding at the start of the second half. They really got behind them from the first phase from the kick-off, and we controlled the second period. So for 85 minutes it's a really strong performance, but we can't let that 5 minutes creep in, because perhaps better teams, no disrespect to Barnet, better teams might gain and spring a little bit of momentum from that. But we've done really well to control that second half in the circumstances of the last 5 of the first half.
You spoke about momentum before, and what a fantastic start from the lads today.
Yeah, that's a third explosive start we've had. No way did we deserve to go 1-0 down against Bromley here. So Wealdstone, we've scored an early goal. Bromley, we were in their defensive third for large periods with a variety of attacks. And tonight I was really pleased with our front 2. I liked the way we got them into the game. They caused havoc, and I thought King and Miller with the width, with Manny behind and Carney obviously running, that caused all sorts of problems. And obviously we should see the game off at 3-0, because Carney will never miss that chance ever again, but it happens. He's got there, so we're getting him in the positions now. It's just that final little bit, but he ran beyond, and that's what we wanted. We wanted 4 runs. They've listened to the game plan, ticked every objective, 5 objectives that we always do, the main ones. On Saturday we ticked none, and that's why we didn't win the game. Today we ticked 5, so I'm really pleased for the lads. And I'm really pleased with Gavin Gunnan's leadership in there at half time, and the way he led in the second half. Proper guy, proper leadership. Delighted for the group.
It took a while to get going in the second half, didn't it? But obviously from the penalty decision onwards there was only going to be 1 win in the end then, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, it looked like it was only going to be 1 winner at 2-0, sorry about that. Was he speaking to me? No, my name's not Kieran, is it? No, it was a really good performance. And look, we want to play attacking football, but also not loose. We want to make sure on a turnover we pick it up so we can maintain attacks and swarm the opposition. And we did that. We suffocated them. And really 4-2 flatters, really. To be honest, flatters them, because it should be more.
You made 5 changes today. Is that a consequence of Saturday?
I'll pick teams to win games, and players will come in and players will come out, and they're starting to understand that now. It's the way I work. I've worked like that, and from the start since I've been here, and that won't change. I don't stick with teams just because you win 1 game. It's a completely different challenge the next game. You might be at home, you might be away. There might be weaknesses in the opposition that we think we can identify, and we've got the squad to do that now. Stephen Payne's come in here. I don't normally single out players. He's come in. And what a performance from him. His work rate, the way he led the line, the only thing was missing was his goal.
And he very nearly got one as well, didn't he, as well? It was just a nanosecond offside there.
Was it?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, so okay. I'll take your word for it. But the second one he's more disappointed about, because he's onside, and obviously he should lace that. He's tried to place it, and unfortunately he didn't get the goal he deserved for all his unselfish play.
Lawrence Maguire not in the side today. Obviously, was that a consequence of Saturday with his knock and everything?
Yeah. It's touch and go for Saturday again. It's a ligament in his ankle, but we'll see. We'll reconvene tomorrow. We're in tomorrow morning, do a recovery, and then we'll focus on Yeovil, not Woking.
He's 6 games unbeaten now as well. Got some more goals in the bank as well. Best start for 8 years. You must be a delighted man.
I am. I'm not here to get any records like that. That's not what we're interested in. All we're interested in is accumulating the most points we can get with 38 games left, correct? Yeah, 38 left. So how many points can we get? We've got 14 from 6. Great start. No disrespect to the opponents we've played, because I've read a little bit where we haven't played anyone well. That's disrespectful to the teams we're playing. There's no easy game. The results across the National League over the 6 games have shown that, and who knows where these teams will end up and where we'll end up. But we're in a good position, solid. There's room for improvement though.
Is there any injury concerns going into the weekend at all from tonight's performance?
No, Curtis came off. I know he looked like he was struggling a bit. No, it's just a little bit tight. But he'd had a sickness bug, and that's why obviously he wasn't involved as much perhaps at Dover that he would have been. He's come back strongly. I think that's a strong performance from Curtis, and I'm just really pleased with the overall evening. I think it was a good feel factor in here, great togetherness, and I think at half time that's important because you take stock, you reset, you realise the atmosphere when we're coming back out, and they got right behind the boys, and fantastic evening.
Your first game under the lights as well, isn't it? How was that experience?
Very proud night. Superb support from start to finish. A bit of adversity in the game, but they stuck with us, and that's what we want. We don't take the support ever for granted. The more people we can get in here, the more hostile it can be, and the more togetherness there can be, and the louder we are. It's like a 12th man, and we need that going forward, and they're certainly turning up in their numbers at the moment.